What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 29. We're starting today's off on the back of our win over Hoffenheim with a scouting update and an academy update as well. I've got to say, man, if you're looking for good youth players this year in this year's FIFA, scout Germany. I mean, there are some brilliant talents to pick up from Germany in this year's FIFA. Our Bielefeld Academy is stacked. I mean, we know the best kid, Valentin Volta. Man, 92, 94 potential. I can't wait. But Scheib, Grun, Aaron Martin. I mean, Leighton. He's a Belgian, to be fair. But there's amazing talent in our Bielefeld Academy. This is a golden generation of Bielefeld youngsters, man. And Valentin Volta, to me, looks like the best of the bunch. Still, for the first game of today's episode, Valencia, match day 4 of the Dundalk, match day 4 of the Champions League. Oh my goodness. Have you woken up today, Doxy boy? Dundalk, match day 4 of the Europa League group stage. Here at the Stuttgart Arena. What a bizarre start. But to be fair, it's kind of fitting because it's a bizarre start to the gameplay in today's episode. Yeah, Dundalk for the first game today, where I took an age to take the kickoff because, well, I was waiting for the staff to get off the pitch. In the end, they never did. Yeah, if you watch my club and country save, you would have seen this happen in an earlier season. There are staff on the pitch for match day 4 in the Europa League group stage, and they're frozen like statues. It's not that cold, but they just don't want to get off. Yeah. I mean, seriously, EA, how is this bug not being fixed yet? And it's a rare bug, don't get me wrong, it rarely happens, but staff on the pitch for match day 4 in the Europa League group stage, thankfully, we can just play right round them. So, yeah, Dundalk, first game of the season, so let's put that to the back of our minds here, because heading to the game, we knew if we'd win this game here against the Irish side, then we would guarantee qualification if Rosenborg failed to match our result. So, heading into the game, Koln Moani gives us a very early lead and makes it 1-0, and in the second half, the staff still hadn't vacated the pitch. I think Dundalk were confused because right from kickoff, they gave the ball away, and Robin Hack capitalises after Koln Moani, who scored our first, sets up our second as Robin, who this season is having a stormer, gets our second and what will prove to be the final goal of the game. 2-0 the final score, 2 goals in, 1 goal in either half, and there we go. We are qualified through to the Europa League knockout stages after Rosenborg failed to match our result. Bit of a bizarre game with the staff on the pitch. We've done our job though. Valencia beat Rosenborg, so there we go. We are through. I fancy Valencia's chance of coming through with us. They just need to beat Dundalk in the final group game if they fail to beat us on match day 5. All we need to do to get top spot now is avoid defeat to Valencia on match day 5 of the Stuttgart Arena. So do that and we'll guarantee top spot with a game to spare heading into the Rosenborg clash, which will be match day 6. So I often talk about it, qualifying with games to spare, such a huge luxury. And in the Europa League now, as you know, if you top the group, that gives you the bye heading into the last 16 and you'll bypass the round of 32. So, match day 5 against Valencia, whilst qualification is in the bag, I want to avoid defeat and guarantee top spot with a game to go as well. Still, following game, Fortuna Dusseldorf, who won the relegation playoff last season. Oh my goodness. Now, Robin's having a great season, but why on earth he was celebrating this goal and trying to claim it, I don't know. It's awful goalkeeping. It's absolutely terrible. We know goalkeepers this year are just, I don't even know what to talk about, how to explain them really. They're so inconsistent. Sometimes they're brilliant, and then sometimes they're terrible. That was awful. An own goal gives the lead here against Dusseldorf very early on, and 30 minutes in, almost went 2-0 up. Great strike by Llewellyn off the post and eventually cross cleared away. So still leading by a goal on Dusseldorf here. And I've got to be honest, to be fair, heading into this game against the relegation playoff winners last year, I thought we'd dominate, but instead we were only leading by 1. I didn't play especially well, and 10 minutes after the restart I needed Schuster to bail me out, keep us in front, and that was how the game would finish. So it's a win, courtesy of a bizarre own goal, but it's great to get another clean sheet too. You look at the stats here, goodness gracious me, there was so little going on in the game. I played really poorly, but I just scraped the win by a goal to 0. And I often talk about this is what the greats and this is what the champions are capable of doing. When they're able to win, even when they're not on their game, even when they're not playing very well, but they're still able to get the victory. That is the sign of a great. That is the sign of a champion, where they're able to just scruff of their neck, just somehow manage to scrape a victory, even when they're playing poorly. That's what the greats are capable of doing. That's what the champions are capable of doing. And right now for Bielefeld, I'm trying not to get carried away, but 11 games in, we are still top of the table. And for the following game, FC Koln away from home here, we had a chance to potentially go 6 points clear if we were to win this game and keep the streak going. So Koln away from home, right from the first whistle in attack mode, needed to play better in the game at home to Dusseldorf. We were going to get the win in this one here. Had the first couple of chances, a great save, kept it at 0-0 and 23 minutes in. God, how on earth did I miss the target there with Okugawa's preferred left foot? Still goalless, but all the chance coming to Bielefeld in the first half an hour. Koln had very little opportunities whatsoever, and that's why 27 minutes in they took the lead. Yeah, trying to pass out of Amos Piper, who gave the ball away, and eventually Burkhardt capitalises on our lack of positioning in the back line and puts Koln in front. Typical, really good first half an hour, played really well, missed all my chances, and then punished by the one chance the AI got. You know that's how it goes sometimes on Ultimate. You need to be better than that. So second half, we're still down by a goal and on the brink of having our first defeat away in the Bundesliga this season, and just our second defeat of the campaign in the league as well. Koln had been not the better team. We'd look better, but they looked threatening when coming forward. A great save by Schuster 15 minutes ago kept it at 1-0. We were hanging on in there at this point, only down by 1. And after Ludwig and Kruger off the bench played a 1-2. Oh, the relief. Finally, after missing so many chances, I got it right. I made a tactical change, switched to a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond wide. It's not the first time I've done it this season, and it's not the first time Kruger's come off the bench to rescue me. He did it on match day 2 away against Bochum, firing a game winner, and here away against Koln, he comes off the bench to fire in a leveller. 13 minutes to go, he rescues us a point, 1-1 the final score, and what a swing it could have been as well. Schuster a big save at one end, and Kruger up the other gets in our leveller. Once again, just one of those games where like you dominate in terms of shots, but you just don't take your chances, and you think the AI are going to win it with the only real great chance. Yeah, they had 2 to be fair, but even so, 1-1 the final score, a draw there. And I'm just starting to feel now if the pressure's getting a little bit much for me still leading the way. Scraped through Fortuna. Dusseldorf had a draw at home to Augsburg very recently, and then a 1-1 draw against Koln. Yeah, starting to feel the pressure now of leading the league. So anyway, following game at Valencia, this was match day 5 in the Europa League group stage under the snowy lights here at the Schuko Arena. Heading into the game, you would have seen once again. I was just sitting there thinking, stop letting staff on the pitch, for goodness sake. Like, seriously, this happened in match day 4 in the Europa League, and there's 2 more staff members on the pitch for match day 5. But even so, just playing around them, trying to ignore the obvious bug there, taking on Valencia. And again, all we need to do in this game was avoid defeat, and we're guaranteed top spot. We didn't need to win it. A draw would be good enough for me. And heading into the game, Valencia knew they had to win to have a chance of finishing as group runners-up and claiming the bye in the round of 32. Both teams had chances early on. Ortega made a great save, but then Jonas Hoffmann, I tell you, man, he's been a brilliant pickup on a free transfer. He scored 2 goals in the Europa League now. They've both come from range, including a game winner as well, as he bangs in the opener and makes it 1-0. So we're in front against the Spaniards, courtesy of the vet Jonas Hoffmann. We lead by 1, and in the second half, oh, this was so frustrating, man. Ortega made an incredible double save to keep us still leading by 1, but Mason Holgate, the former Toffee, fires in Valencia's leveller with 33 minutes to go, but thankfully, despite them finding an equalising goal, it's all they could do. I really played game management in the final half an hour, passed the ball around. You see the stats there, dominated possession, because to me, a win would have been great, 4 wins in 5 in the Europa League, but a win or a draw would have been basically the same result, because the draw there means with a game to go, we remain 4 points clear of Valencia, and that guarantees top spot. All we needed was the draw. We didn't need to win. We get the point we needed, and there we go. With a game to go against Rosenborg on match day 6 in the Europa League, we know we have no need to fear. We will go away to Scandinavia with a totally weakened side, because we've already qualified, we've already topped the group, we're going into the last 16. But on the back of back-to-back draws in all competitions and scraping through Dusseldorf, heading into our final game of today's episode, Stuttgart at the Schuko Arena, I was thinking, right, if we're going to stay top of the table, I've got to play better. I've got to do better in this game. So heading into the game, trying to keep Bayern at bay. 6 minutes in, we took the lead. Okugawa is sick for the season. What a campaign he's having already. Our Japanese playmaker gives us the early advantage against Stuttgart. And then 8 minutes later, 14 minutes into the game, Jamie Llewellyn rolls through Okugawa, gets around Stenzel, back heels it through to Llewellyn, who fires it wide. This was just one of those games, and I've talked about it before, where like Okugawa is just unplayable, and I love it because he's quite an inconsistent player, to be fair. You know, every now and then he's he blows hot and cold basically, but there are some games where he's unplayable. His footwork, his dribbling, his balance, his agility is just flawless. He won a penalty right before the break with some nimble footwork. He stands up to take the penalty against Muller. It's not the best of spot kicks in terms of the range, but it is a brilliant penalty because it finds the top corner. Yeah, I'll be honest here. I was aiming for that top corner, but it was a little bit fortunate, I'll be honest. I'm so bad at penalties in FIFA nowadays. But Okugawa does get our second goal, make it 2-0. And in this game, he was just absolutely unplayable. So we're 2-0 up on Stuttgart. Surely going to return to winning ways here with 11 minutes to go. Stuttgart looking for a goal back in the game to get it as well. Ebrechi Eze now at Stuttgart offloads. Shot should have been saved by Schuster. I'll be honest here. Really should have kept that one out. We don't mind one bit because whilst the clean sheet goes, we hold on to the 3 points. And Okugawa brace in the first half goal. 6 and 7 for our Japanese playmaker this season. Gives us the 3 points, a return to winning ways. And man, oh man, we are 4 games away from the halfway point in the Bundesliga. I keep trying to downplay it, but I can't help but get excited because our good form continues in the league. Just 1 loss in 13 games, and Arminia Bielefeld are top of the table, 6 points clear of Bayern and Dortmund, and 7 ahead of Wolfsburg as well. We're not at a halfway point yet. There's a long way to go. But I'm struggling to contain my excitement. But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode. It's a massive one as we reach the halfway point in this season and play Bayern in the league as well very soon.